Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Welcome to your reading for October 10th through the 16th. Well, that's a difficult start. We do have this week, we walk in with that 10-10 gateway. If you are watching this on Sunday, I invite you to join me for the live premiere tonight where we will pull cards special for each sign for that 10-10 gateway, plus take a look at the overall energy for the week. If you did not see last week's, we covered that full moon that we had on, that we're having tonight, Sunday, the 9th. And so I will link that here at the end so that you can check out your cards for that too. So you have quite an interesting week ahead here. So let's take a look at what we got going on. You have the Hierophant with the Ace of Wands. So what's interesting I notice here in this Hierophant is this one guy's holding a candle and it's lit, right? And on this side, we have the Ace of Wands. It's not lit, but we have Spirit coming in red. And so I feel like when Spirit lands, it will light it up. But it's almost as though you get inspired by somebody else this week, and it allows you to ignite your own passion and your own desire for something, someone, but maybe a project or an idea or something that you want to do. The Hierophant is very much about things being in order, in a special order, a hierarchical order, and that's something that's very comfortable, right? When you're a Virgo, is that things, being in order is nice, but I almost feel like being inspired by the particular order of something, but creating something new, right? It's not doing it necessarily the traditional way. It is actually taking something that you, from an experience that you already have, a traditional way of doing things, but finding a new way forward with it. It is going to be about breaking out of a pattern that has been holding you back in some way. So this gateway coming right after this full moon is an opportunity to set yourself free to, it almost feels like a spiritual quest. It almost really feels like finding out what is your soul's purpose, your soul's desire, what drives you, forward. It feels very much, it's just feels very high spiritual, high energy, because this is in this Hierophant on here. He's wearing a mask. The traditional order structure of ordered religions might be too confining for you at this point in time. You may be finding that doing things the way that are traditional don't actually feed your soul, but something from that sparks something in you that sends you down a new path. Because here the key to the situation is breaking free. We've got the Devil card. Breaking free from something. So it could be things just have to be this way because of that hierarchy, right? Of the, who says it has to be that way? Literally, who says that? Because that Hierophant's wearing a mask. So they're not even stepping out and owning that things have to be this way because they believe it or they've dictated or whatever. It's like this this traditional way of doing things has been passed down. So it could be a family tradition, it could be a religious tradition. It could be that you have just always put the glassware in that shelf in that way, every house you've ever lived in. And when asked why, it's like, because it's what I always do. And someone says, but wouldn't it make more sense to try to put it over by the sink? And you'll be like, but my mother always had it here. It's something like that. It's something where, the way it always was is not maybe the way it should be, but you feel very bound to tradition. It's very codependent. It's very suffocating. It feels suffocating here. And you have the opportunity to allow things to change, but I feel like you're counting on someone else to change it. And Spirit said, okay, we'll help you. Are you open to the opportunity for change that is coming in? Okay, that's number one. Are you open to seeing that there might be a different way of doing, being, living, believing in something? Here, you've been thinking a lot about what is emotional satisfaction, but this is a spiritual emotionally satisfied, because that 10 of Cups there is being fed by the divine cup coming in. And so you've been doing a lot about what fills up your spirit, what fills up your soul, what really, truly fills you up. And this gateway card that came out, you have the Golden Palace. And so this is about your spiritual belief and what you truly, what is true for you. And not feeling like you have to be stuck in a situation just because it's always been that way. This is very radical, and it's very radical energy, but I feel like it feels like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like going through a difficult phase has allowed you to step into understanding that it's not about, okay, so for instance, I have a Virgo friend who has a lot of stuff, and everything is organized and it's labeled, and I can find anything in her house if I want to. Like, I totally can. Anything. It's partly, it's not even that it's necessarily where it would logically be, but everything is organized and on shelves, and generally every time I go there, there's a new organizational object been brought in to organize more stuff, right? When maybe the way to do this is to have less stuff. Not that what you have shouldn't be organized, but maybe instead of trying to organize new stuff and create more organization, that to simplify things will be where you actually find your freedom. Like, you're free to reorganize. So the way you live your life. So it could be too many relationships, too many objects, too many responsibilities at work, too many time commitments. It could be any arena of your life that somehow there's too much going on and you feel like, I got to do this, I got to maintain this, I got to keep going with this because it's always been this way, and it's on me to just do this stuff and to maintain, to hold the line. It feels like I got to hold the line, I got to do this stuff. Everybody's counting on me. And where in that is you? Where in that in you is there in you that it is your joy and your freedom to be who you are and to pursue your own, wow, I'm getting such a hint from this, your own spiritual growth and development, your own soul development? Where is the freedom for you to get to express yourself in a new and a creative way instead of constantly having to hold the line and be there for everybody and do things for everybody so that everything is the way that everybody expects it to be? Where are you in that picture? And that is a question I think you have been asking yourself. Where is my sense of satisfaction on a very deep spiritual level? And here you are. The obstacle here is the Seven of Swords. It's this, I have to creatively figure out how to manage all these different things and bring them all in. And what you're being asked to do is focus on the one thing that is really of value to you. What is that one thing? That you have to figure that out. But here in the heart space, we've got this Knight of Pentacles who's standing there assessing the situation, slowly moving forward. This is so much Virgo energy, right? It's very methodical, moving forward, but this is in the area of what's draining your energy, is doing this This is keeping you bound and chained to a situation that's just always been like that. And so that's your responsibility. But you have a chance to light your fire of passion this week, to get excited about something that to you really lights up your soul. It lights up your soul on some level. Whether it's a creative project, like you decide that you want to go and learn how to belly dance. I don't know. Just something that you're excited about that so means that if you take time to do this for yourself, that some of the organizational patterns around you are going to have to be adjusted and other people are going to have to step up maybe. Maybe it's not just really up to you. You have a chance to really explore something new. Look, how is the way to transform this energy? We have this Page of Pentacles. And this Page of Pentacles, he is focused on what is of value to him. And it's lighting up his face. It's going to light up his heart. There's an opportunity to really focus on the thing that you want most. You know, he's not actually holding it either. It is so awe-inspiring, whatever this is. It's almost like it was brought in and it's being held by spirit. And the way forward here is to choose. We have the High Priestess here. And this High Priestess, in this, wow, I've not noticed this before. Look, there is a portal. It's that 1010 gateway portal that is opened up behind her. And on this, right here on this pillow, are the 2 keys that the Hierophant has in front of him here. And there's these 2 torches that are totally lit up. And here we just have a small candle. There is an option, an opportunity here to allow yourself to take control of your own life through deciding that you have the keys that unlocks the chains so that you are free to move forward in your life the way you want to. But you do this because you feel divinely guided and inspired to do so. The Golden Palace. And when that moon is in fellow Earth sign Taurus, Monday evening through Wednesday, you have the Violet, which says to keep things simple. But it's got that purple of the third eye and the crown chakra kind of energy, because there's also a lot of white in there, of really allowing the divine guidance to come through. The Violet is very much a spiritual kind of energy here. And the thing about a violet, if you've ever had one, is you can't water them on the top. You have to water them from underneath. So it's almost as though, because otherwise it messes up the leaves and, you know. So this is, and it can't have too much water. And everything has to be kind of just perfect. And yet it is able to proliferate a lot of leaves and a lot of growth by staying very self-contained and keeping itself simple. Doesn't need a lot. And so as that moon moves into Gemini, where we have Mars, it really wants us to so Mercury rules Gemini as well as your sign, and Mercury moves into Libra on Monday. And so he's not in your sign anymore. He's moving forward, and I feel like he's like asking and encouraging you to move forward too, because we have this trine energy that comes in, that with Mercury trining the moon in Gemini, and then we have Mars in Gemini conjunct the moon, trining Sun conjunct Venus, trining Saturn that wants to create new structure on Friday. And so there's this creative, crystal clear thinking that comes through, and you have the healing in this heart space and opening to discovery. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I think you get to choose which way you want it to roll. And you're going to do it by choosing what you want to learn and choosing how you want to go. And the healing happens in the heart space when you choose to focus on yourself and what's of value to you. This is in the headspace of the week around resources and finances, and he has taken a nap, and there is a storm going on out there, right? There's fire and everything, but he needs to take a rest. He needs to pull his energy in order to get very clear-eyed about what needs to be done. Because here we have the Eight of Swords, and here comes the Eagle, Spirit coming in to help you to know that you can catch yourself free. You're not stuck. You're not stuck. You can set yourself free at any point in time. It is your choice. It is your decision. That is really out of the box thinking. Look, the obstacle here is the Seven of Swords. The Eighth Sword is in your hand. That is your sword of truth. Those other seven, they're just there. It's just like, it's like other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, because they're stuck in the ground, they're trapping you, and you don't have to be trapped. You can set yourself free. You have the keys. You have the keys. It just kind of feels like you just have to stand up for yourself and say, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. Look, every step counts. When that moon moves into Cancer on Saturday and Sunday, it is about the self-love and self-care and the nurturing and putting yourself first. And every little step you take starts shifting you in that direction. You don't have to blow up your world. There's nothing here that says you have to blow up your world, but you can start picking away and opening up those locks. You have the keys. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. The Seven of Swords. There's nobody asking you to rush here, but be open to discovering what is true for you. Try to keep it simple. Don't overthink it. This Wheel of Fortune isn't moving yet. It's being held in place. On the other side, you have the Magician. You have the power. You have the power to change it. But right now, it's kind of like there's a choice, and things aren't moving yet. And it's like you need a little more information, but you have the keys. What are you focusing your effort on? What are you focusing on? You get to change things up. This is a portal that allows you to change things, to move things. You're sitting here and you can move that wheel in any direction you want to. What lights you up? What's important to you? Spirit is helping you. It's guiding you. It's bringing you in messengers. They could be showing up in the 3D, or they could be showing up in your thoughts, in the inspiration that you're deriving around you. Keeping it simple. We go from the Knight back to the Page. This Knight's carrying a heavy burden. This one is just focused on the dream and the goal. It's not dragging it around. It's focused on what it really wants, not other people's expectations. Wow. I hope that was helpful. I would love to see you over on Facebook every day. Hit the thumbs up if you're still watching. I would appreciate that so much. And I really want to invite you to come into the live chat, or at least check out the collective reading, and be sure to check out the cards that are pulled special for your sign. I think that you will find them very valuable and helpful. You guys take good care. I will talk to you soon.